Hey everyone, welcome to The Grounded Man. This is the community for men who want to stop living life on autopilot. If you want to create a leader in yourself, in your family, in your community, you're in the right spot. At The Grounded Man, we do this through what we call the 6 pillars of self-leadership. And this month is special because we're talking about mental health. Now, my name is Vlad. I'm known as the Abundance Cultivator here at The Grounded Man. But today I really want to talk to a special group of men, and that's you fathers. Because at the end of the day, mental health is something that, yes, it affects all of us. But I feel like it's something we really don't talk about. And for the fathers out there, I just feel like there's so much that sits on our shoulders, but we just don't take time to talk about it. I'm kind of sitting out here in kind of nature all around me, and it's really got me thinking, like, yes, it's a cold day today. And I mean, I'm out here, but I'm all bundled up. I'm keeping warm. But when you think about mental health, like how many of us are standing out in the cold, but we don't have the warmth that we need to support it? Like we're cold, we're shivering. And yet when somebody asks us, how do you feel? What is the default answer that almost every man has? Oh, I'm good. Oh, I'm good, brother. Yeah, nothing to worry about here. Like, what if we ask you, like, hey, if you're being real, are you good? Like, are you really good? You know, and let's be honest with ourselves. Like, are we doing well? Because at the end of the day, like myself, like, and honestly, like most of you out there, we work a job, we come home, we have a family to provide for. We have so many other things in our life that are affecting us. And through all of that, we're also expected to show up and be present. And especially in the winter season, where you don't get so much daylight, things are cold, you're not moving around as much, there isn't as much to do. I mean, all of that really does take a toll. And it's important to remember that, like, we need to be ready for this. We need to be able to talk about where we sit with our mental health, because at the end of the day, if we don't, it will degrade and ruin all the other parts of our life. As a father, how are you expecting yourself to show up for your kids, for your partners, if you don't take care of yourself first, right? At the end of the day, like fathers, and I always think about this, to your children. Now, of course, I'm speaking to different fathers here, so wherever you are on that journey, but in some way, shape, or form, you have an impact on your children. For a lot of children, they look up to you. And so what example are you setting for them? Because if you don't prioritize taking care of yourself, then how can you teach them to take care of themselves, right? And then, but you also have to think about it. Are you truly giving them the best advice that you can give in situations where your help is needed? Everything starts with taking care of you. And so to my fathers, this is a big invitation to really sit down and ask yourself, how are you doing? At The Grounded Man, we have a practice that we call our check-ins. And really, we check in on each other across how we're feeling physically, but also how we are feeling mentally, emotionally. Where are you here? Okay, where are you here? Right? Really check in with yourself and ask yourself, am I doing okay? And listen, it's all right to say no. Like, I'm not doing okay. Like, yes, I do need help. I might need support. It drives me nuts when men think that this is a weakness. If anything, the fact that you are reaching out and looking to better something in your life that is not maybe perfect or the best is actually showing a strength. You are actually trying to improve, trying to get better, trying to become the leader that you want and that you need to be in order to show up in the other parts of your life. So To my dads, I just want to say, like, take the time to check in with yourself and be vulnerable with yourself. Like, I don't know what it is about our society that we create this system where like we're just, maybe it's ego, maybe it's just, I don't even know what it is, but we hesitate to ask for help, and we don't need to. Like, it's okay to ask. If you need it, ask for it. Anyways, the other part that I wanted to touch on here is for fathers, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed and just like the whole world is sitting on your shoulders. Take some time for you. Take some time for you. I am going to be the first to raise my hand to say, am I taking enough time for me? Probably not. With everything that I'm juggling on a day-to-day basis, like, I'm the first to admit that, yeah, I should probably take some more time for me. But the thing is, at least I recognize that I need to do it. And just by recognizing the fact that that is there, I can begin to put things into, basically put a plan into place to allow me to address it. And so I invite my fellow fathers to just take some time for you. Like, I pull away in this beautiful piece of quiet nature that I have and just disconnect from the world. And honestly, for a lot of us, like, you might be thinking like, oh my gosh, you're not doing anything, like, oh, I'm just, I've got so much on my plate that needs to get done. I don't got time for this. Actually, my brother, this is exactly what you need time for. Time for you. And saying that you don't have time for it is one of the... Anyways, I might go off on a little tangent here, but like, time is by far our most precious commodity that we have. And a lot of the times, especially in the lives that we lead, and especially in the world of today where it's all hustle and bustle and push and go and get better, like, if it almost feels like we need to have our time allocated to some activity or some action or something for it to be justified as valuable. But the truth is, all of that time and energy that you are putting out is an outwards energy. Are you really prioritizing the energy that is required to address the concerns that are within? And that is what I invite you all to do. Because the fact that you take time for you, and whatever that looks like, heck, it could be you doing nothing, is actually maybe the call to exactly what you need. So, fathers, brothers, men in general, I invite you to take time for you, whatever that looks like. Prioritize some time. And of course, with anything, in any new habit or anything that is a change in your life, like, make it easy, make it small, but make it consistent. So if that looks like 2 minutes, 5 minutes a day where you just take time for you to disconnect and just be with yourself, do it. Do it. Because at the end of the day, if you're taking care of you, then you will be able to show up as the best version of yourself. When life throws random things at you in life, you'll be able to address them better because you have taken care of the person inside. If you are approaching life, but you already have a broken tool to work with, then how in the hell are you fixing that correctly? You need to make sure that the tool, and in this case, the tool is you need to make sure that the tool is as sharp as it can be, so that when it is called for to take action, it can deliver. So taking time for yourself and thinking, oh my gosh, well, this is a waste of my time, is honestly all wrong. It is actually one of the most important practices that we can do as men in this world. So take time for you. Now, I know it's tricky too, especially in winter, right? Like, it's a draining time. It really is a time for, reflection, taking some time back, and that's exactly what I would invite many men to do, is take time to reflect. Really take time to go internal and see, what is it that I need? You're going to get a lot of answers, because at the end of the day, the best answers are going to come from you. You know what the hell you need. You just have to ask yourself, right? And don't be afraid to go deep. Like, don't be afraid to dive in and really say, like, fuck, this is what I need, you know? Because at the end of the day, like, that's the answer. That is the thing that you need. I can give you tools, and I can give you advice, and I can give you all sorts of ways to approach different situations in life, but I can't give you the answer to exactly what you need. If anything, I can just help you sharpen the tool that you have. But at the end of the day, you're the one using that tool. So make sure that you know what you want to use that tool for. Your mental health is, oh man, it's so important, and it seems to be so neglected in today's world. And I just want you all to take a little bit of time to know that it's okay to ask for help in this world. And it's not a weakness. If anything, it's a strength to ask for help, especially when it comes to your mental health. So to all my fathers, to all the men, all my, just everybody out there and everything that you're dealing with, show up to this world, but make sure you're showing up in a way that aligns to you and ultimately is the best version of you. Specifically to my fathers, like, and I see this with my own children, like, they look up to you, and a lot of the things that you do is exactly what they mimic. It's exactly what, you know what I mean, how they approach different situations in life. And if you show them that you prioritize yourself, then they will be able to take care of themselves in the future, right? They'll be able to say, you know what? I should prioritize time for me, because then I can realign. Like, even just listening to this, I'm thinking, yeah, this is exactly what I would say to my kid. So if it's something I would say to somebody else, why the hell would I not do it? Right? So really, it's just an invitation to do exactly that. It's just that, it's take that time to reflect, take that time to ask yourself what it is that you need, and really ask yourself that question of, am I doing okay? One of the exciting things that we're doing here at the Grounded Man, and it's an invitation to all of the men out there, is, and it's actually very fitting that it's Mental Health Month and we have this challenge coming up, but we actually have this push-up challenge that we've joined up, and a bunch of us have joined to do it here together, which is really an awareness to mental health. And so I would invite anybody that, if you're interested in that, you know, come join us on our socials, come join our group, and come join the challenge. Just raise awareness for it. I would also invite the men out there to just, like, have a conversation, but have this conversation with the men in your life. And I understand that it might not be the most usual conversation we have, you know, man to man. Like, we probably don't talk about our mental health. Like, that's not a topic that's probably going to come up right off the hop. But I invite you to have that conversation, especially with the men in your life that seem to be more hesitant around it. They actually might be the ones that need the help the most. And with all of this, like, just keep it simple. There's no need for you to try to solve the problem right off the hop, and we go right into this, you know, I gotta help, and I gotta solve, and I gotta have all the answers. No. That's all the wrong approach. Your goal, especially if you've never really taken time to reflect and think about this, is to just take time to sit with yourself. Start with that. A simple little step of just sit with you and see what thoughts come across your head. See what comes to you. And then slowly you can direct yourself to starting to answer some of the questions to start to take care of your mental health. So, to all my fathers, to all the men, to all my brothers out there, take time for you. And if you need help with any of this, or you just want to join a community where you actually can have a voice and just share what you're dealing with, I invite you to join us. The links and everything will be down below. And honestly, leave a comment and just let me know what you think. But I really hope that you take time for you. And I really hope that you ask yourself, am I doing okay? And answer that question honestly. All right, brothers. Great to connect. And I'll catch you on the next one.